Hello, I'm David Smouha, and I'm with this wonderful gentleman, John Tudman here. That's spelled T-U-D. He's anonymous, of course, M-A-N. And John's going to tell us about a few episodes in his life that have brought him into contact with what he was able to do with the media, but also how that media influenced others and some of the extraordinary circumstances that had to come about to get the whole thing to happen. So, John, where does this story start?
Years ago I did a film course. I went to India once and thought, oh, I'd like to make films about the Tibetan people. So I did a film course many years ago. And then for this article I think you're making, I think you want to know that I used video inside a prison system to record events and ended up, thought, well, this will be a good idea. I'll start my own video magazine. So I thought, what will I call it? So I thought I'd call it CrimBox.
Great name.
When I went to Bathurst, I saw a recording studio. Bob Hawke was the Prime Minister of Australia at the time. He was handing out money for drug and alcohol events or situations. So I applied to Bob Hawke, and we got some money and bought video equipment for Bathurst Gaol.
How did you get the prison authorities? Surely they would have had to have a look at the proposal before it went to any other government department and approved it.
Yeah, I was lucky that we didn't really have to get any permission to do it because Bathurst, being an education jail, had a media teacher. Yeah. And through him, his name was Bruce Fell, we decided to, we set this up, and really it was through Bruce's permission, through the superintendent, I guess. Okay. I didn't have to do anything. Everyone said it was a good idea. Yeah. They were trying to encourage education, and because I had skills in video and editing and film, they thought, you're the man. I just thought it would be a great idea because all prisons have an in-house video system. So I thought, video magazine, I've got captive audio.
So to speak.
So I thought this was a great idea. And in that video magazine, you know, we included sports and music clips and political statements.
Was the prosecution anything to add? He ain't nothing but a dingo, eating all the time. He ain't nothing but a dingo, eating all the time.
See, how do you feel with your head down and your ass up in the scrum with all them hot sweaty men out there?
Oh, well, that's just one sort of fun part of the game. You know, rugby league is all very exciting, and one of the scrums is just one part of it. I love it.
The Lindy Chamberlain song. Yeah.
We used it as an educational tool to train people, train Aboriginal people. Yeah.
What sort of things would you train the Aboriginal people in?
Well, how to use video.
Okay.
Because it was a great medium.
And what other uses did you use for educating?
I could take that video and I could walk around the prison with it. And I think one of the reasons why, one is a country jail, they're far more relaxed. Two, there was a new superintendent, and his name was Mr. De Silva. He was Sri Lankan and black. And
he stood out.
He stood out. Yeah. And also there's a lot of racism in Bathurst. One example was the Aboriginals had an open day, which meant their families could come. And I was fortunate enough to be the only white person there. I filmed it, and they had an Aboriginal flag, and they had a great day with their children and things. But when the Aboriginal flag went back to the superintendent, some of the wing officers, or some of the prison officers had written on it, "Fuck off, black cunts," all across the Aboriginal flag. So anyway, we had meetings with the superintendent. Anyway, he liked me.
Yeah.
So I could virtually do what I wanted. And I'm not saying that in a silly way, but I had no restraints whatsoever. Yeah. So I could film tattoos, I could film outside, not outside the prison, but inside the prison walls, anywhere I wanted.
And by tattoos, do you mean like the ritual of tattoos being done in prison?
No, there are a lot of jail tattoos. I didn't film any of that. Yeah. But I had an interest in tattoos. Right. And in prison you see some amazing tattoos. Yeah. Absolutely incredible tattoos. And I was fortunate, one time I made a video on jail tattoos. Because they're amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And John's already told me some of the videos of these things can't be shown because they were the property of Bathurst Gaol and of the prison system, and they couldn't be taken out of the prison. So don't be disappointed you don't get to see these photos of semi-naked men with tattoos on it.
They were great. Jail. There were tattoos of people with crabs on them, tattoos of cut here,
Oh, right.
And one really good one, and it took me ages because I was a bit shy when I got there. I kept reading, I kept seeing this tattoo. And every now and again I'd read a few more lines of it. It was quite long. It said, "The sweetest woman's lips I have ever kissed have been on another man's wife. My mother."
Oh, gosh.
Work that one out. And a lot of people have it.
Well, that could mean that they're not necessarily in an incestuous mate. It just means his mums were the sweetest kisses I ever got.
That's right. It took a while to interpret.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been David Smouha and John Tudman. Thanks for your company. We've really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.